Hi everyone. So today I'm taking a look at the Barely There case by Casemate from their Olo range. Now this particular one is for the HTC One. Now, it comes in a nice fetching box, as you might imagine. And then inside we have our case. Now, very similar to the Barely There that I looked at for the Galaxy S4, the idea behind this case is to provide a really hard-wearing shell made of a toughened plastic. And then inside there's actually a kind of anti-scuff, an anti-slip layer that's been put in there. And the idea is you clip in your HTC One and it's kept nice and safe and secure. And the idea behind having that felt in the back there is just to stop the actual HTC aluminium from getting scuffed up as you actually pop it in and out of the case. And it also provides an extra little bit of shock absorbent, I suppose. Now, as with all the Barely There cases, the idea of the case is to not get in the way. So it's meant to protect the corners of the case, the back of the case, and just loosely the lip as well. So effectively anything landing straight flat down, it's going to give it some protection. But as with any Barely There case, it's not going to protect absolutely every area of your HTC One. So for instance, this top area here and on the bottom are actually exposed. So, you know, any contact with a hard surface for those two areas, I'm afraid, is not going to be protected. But your buttons along the side, the volume rocker, and the power on the top are easily accessible, which is really nice. Obviously there's absolutely nothing covering the HTC One power button at all there, or the headphone jack. On the side there, it's effectively recessed, so you can still access the buttons. There's no rubber getting in the way there for the volume rocker. And on the USB port on the bottom as well, you've got clean access to the ports. Now, overall, I really like these Barely There cases, just because they give you a bit of protection, but they're not getting in the way, which is fantastic. The downside, though, I found, though, with this particular case, is it's a little bit on the slippery side, and so it's not going to give you any additional grip. As I've commented with the HTC One, the HTC One is quite a slippery device, and I think really case-wise for the HTC One, it would be wise, I think, that the cases were a little bit more grippy, had a bit more friction when they're in the hand. But overall, it's a nice case. The trade-off, as it were, is that it isn't going to give you any additional grip to your HTC One, so if that's an area that you were interested in improving, I'm afraid this isn't going to be the case for you. But as a minimalist case design, as a just gets the job done, gives me some protection for the HTC One, this is an absolute cracker, I think.